missed your smell. I love you so much.
She doesn't love you.
Welcome back to Recap Space. Today, I am going to share a psychological thriller called The Roommate. Spoilers ahead, watch out. The movie starts off with Sarah, a beautiful girl who is just starting her freshman year of college in Los Angeles and is enjoying her time there. She has just moved into her dorm, and she meets a girl who introduces herself as Tracy. Later at night, Tracy knocks on Sarah's door and invites her to join a party with them. Reluctant at first, Sarah is eventually convinced to go to the party. At the party, Sarah is tipsy and bumps into a guy named Steven, a frat boy who spilled beer all over her shirt. They strike up a conversation and are having a good time. Suddenly, Tracy is then seen as drunk and flashes her boobs to the crowd. They bring Tracy back to her place and Sarah gives Steven a kiss for helping them. She goes back to her dorm and sees her new roommate Rebecca. The next day at lunch, Rebecca is introduced to Tracy and her friends. They try giving nicknames to her, but she insists that she doesn't want one. The next scene shows Sarah alone in a bar at midnight because Tracy ditched her for another guy. She becomes tired of waiting for Tracy and calls for Rebecca to meet up for a meal. Feeling bored, Rebecca happily comes over to have a chat. Over time, they bond closer as friends. While they are taking a picture, Rebecca notices a tattoo parlor in the photo behind them. She tells Sarah that she hates tattoos and doesn't understand them. Sarah tells Rebecca about a tattoo she has on her chest. It is the name of her older sister who died when she was just 9 years old. Rebecca apologizes and mentions that she had always wished she had a sister. While going out for a jog, Sarah finds a kitty and decides to adopt it. She discusses it with Rebecca on whether she can keep it. Surprisingly, Rebecca agrees to keep it and they name it Cuddles. Building up to this moment, it seems that Rebecca is easily influenced by Sarah. In the next scene, Tracy is trying to apologize to Sarah for leaving her alone at the bar. Rebecca quietly enters the room and started to eavesdrop on them. Sarah accepts her apology. Rebecca is not fond of Tracy, and she walks off giving her a bad look. Rebecca meets Sarah and tells her that she bought a pair of tickets to watch a Richard Prince show. Before Sarah goes into the shower and gets ready to go out, she hands Rebecca a pair of earrings. She stares into the mirror, slowly piercing a hole into her ears until it bleeds. Early in the morning, Tracy is thirsty and opens her door to get water. She is shocked to see Rebecca creepily sitting outside her front door, staring at her. Tracy tries to warn Sarah that something is wrong about Rebecca. After Sarah's class has ended, she sees Rebecca waiting outside with a cup of coffee. She finds it weird that Rebecca knows when to find her. When she confronts her about the creepy incident with Tracy, she lies and tells her a different story, with Sarah believing Rebecca instead. Back at the dorm, while Tracy is showering, the lights go out. She looks around, but no one was found. She shrugs it off and turns on the light to continue showering. Suddenly, Rebecca attacks her and pins her to the ground. She calls Tracy a trashy little party girl who is a bad influence on Sarah and rips out Tracy's belly ring, which causes her to scream in pain. She warns Tracy that if she tells anyone about it, she will kill her. Later at night, the scene shows that Sarah is out late with Steven. This makes Rebecca anxious as she does not know where Sarah is. She becomes paranoid and keeps calling Sarah, but she doesn't pick up. When Sarah comes home with Steven, Rebecca comes out irritated at her and tells her that she has been calling continuously, and she tells her that she's glad that Sarah is safe. The next day, while they are walking together, Rebecca tells her that she was just worried for her the night before. Sarah assures her firmly that she is able to take care of herself and does not need anyone to look out for her. Sarah meets up with Steven for a study session, and as they browse the internet, they found out that Sarah is listed on Rebecca's best friend list on social media. Steven jokingly asks if Rebecca has feelings for her. While they are talking, Rebecca is seen spying on them. She is obsessed and seems to be jealous that Sarah is spending time with others instead of her. When they walk into a library, Steven grabs a book from the shelf. As he does this, Rebecca can be seen staring right at him with a spiteful look. While he is walking off, he hears someone whisper his name. Feeling confused, he turns around to check if someone was actually calling for him. Afterwards, Sarah and Steven are going out on a date. They are having fun, rating the view that they are seeing together and enjoying each other's company. Steven then brings Sarah back to his place for the night. While they are making out, Rebecca is at her dorm, anxiously waiting for Sarah to come home. She hears a phone ring and realizes that Sarah has forgotten to take her phone out with her. The phone contact shows Sarah's ex-boyfriend, Jason, calling. Feeling intrigued, Rebecca decides to answer the phone. When Jason says hi, Rebecca pretends to be Sarah over the phone. She tells him that she misses him, and this leads Jason to believe her. She goes on to tell him that she misses him touching her and fantasizes about the things that they would do. At the end of the call, Rebecca snaps back into her own character and firmly tells Jason to never call her again. The next morning, when Sarah comes back to her dorm, she sees Rebecca reading a book and apologizes to her for not giving her a call as she left her phone. Suddenly the kitty Cuddles runs out the door and is caught by the hall tutor. They are warned that pets are not allowed in the dorms and that Sarah must get rid of her pet. To overcome this, Sarah visits her friend Irene and asks if she can take care of Cuddles. Irene rejects, saying that she is too busy traveling and would not be able to take care of it. She proposes that Sarah can move in with her instead and keep the pet. When she tells Rebecca about this, she isn't happy. Sarah reminds her that this would be a good option to keep Cuddles. Realizing this, Rebecca takes Cuddles into the laundromat while Sarah is away. She places the kitty into the washing machine and turns it on. When Sarah comes back, she sees Rebecca crying at the window. When asked what was wrong, Rebecca lies and tells her that Cuddles ran away when she brought her to the laundromat. Feeling hurt, Sarah tells Rebecca that she is going to find Cuddles. The following day, they are both sitting in the cafeteria. Sarah tells Rebecca that maybe it was karma and that they weren't allowed to keep it to begin with. Sarah then proceeds to tell her that she isn't looking forward to spending Thanksgiving back at home with her family. This is because Sarah's sister Emily died just 2 days before the festive holiday, making the celebration with her family slightly unpleasant. Rebecca tells her that she can come over to her family's place to spend Thanksgiving together. After class, Rebecca's professor calls her to stay back. He tells her that her work is incredible and invites her to join him to visit Fashion Week in Paris. Her professor then plants a kiss on her lips, which makes Sarah feel uncomfortable, making her leave. She goes on to tell Rebecca what happened. Rebecca goes and visits the professor, posing as a new student. She manages to seduce the professor, leading him to make sexual advances on her. When he does, Rebecca screams loudly, telling the professor to get off. She was recording the entire ordeal on her phone. This causes the professor to be fired from his job. The next scene shows Rebecca in the mirror, beating and cutting herself up. When Sarah asks what happened, she substantiates her lies that she was looking for Cuddles and got beaten up by a man who tried to rape her. While they are on their way to spend Thanksgiving at Rebecca's home, Sarah mentions that Jason has not been calling for over 2 weeks. When they get there, Sarah is surprised to see Rebecca's huge mansion and is introduced to her parents. During dinner, Rebecca's parents are pleased to hear that she is making some friends at college. In the middle of the night, Sarah wakes up and quietly goes down into the kitchen. She sees Rebecca talking to her dad, telling her that he's worried for her well-being. The next morning before her parents leave, Sarah strikes up a conversation with Rebecca's mom. To her surprise, she is asked if Rebecca has been taking her medication. Before she gets to explain further, she sees Rebecca coming down the stairs and says her goodbyes. Rebecca brings Sarah to a local coffee shop. She sees a group of girls who went to the same high school as her and they were giving her the cold shoulder. When she goes over to say hi, one of the girls tells her that they were never friends. Back at college, Rebecca tells Sarah that she is going out. Seeing this as an opportunity, Sarah tries to snoop around looking for the medication Rebecca's mom was talking about. When Steven and Sarah look up the medicine online, they discover that it is used to treat psychotic conditions and bipolar disorders. Later, while Rebecca is filling up on gas, a worker tries to flirt with her. Feeling annoyed, she drenches the man in gasoline and threatens to light him on fire. When the man backs off, she goes into a club to freshen up. She meets a lady who compliments her as beautiful. Feeling saucy, she makes out with the lady and goes back to her apartment. Back at the dorm, Sarah is tempted to confront Rebecca about the medicine. Rebecca cuts her off and asks Sarah to accompany her to get a tattoo. Agreeing to it, they go to the parlor store to pick out a tattoo. Rebecca says that she already knows what she wants and proceeds to get it. While Sarah is waiting, Rebecca comes out to show her her tattoo. It is the exact same tattoo that Sarah has. Rebecca tells her that she is her sister and that she can call her Emily if she wants. Feeling distraught, she runs out the store. In the next scene, Steven is helping Sarah to move out of her dorm. They find a notebook containing hand-drawn pictures of Sarah. Every page deeper into the notebook shows a more and more defined sketch. Outside the campus, Sarah's ex-boyfriend Jason is calling her and leaving voicemails, telling her to meet up with him. Without getting any calls back, he slides a written message under the door of Sarah's dorm telling her where he will be waiting to meet. Rebecca picks up the message and reads it. She dyes her hair black, puts on Sarah's perfume and enters the hotel room that Jason is sleeping in. Partially awake, Jason smells the perfume and lets his guard down. When he tells her that he loves her, Rebecca says that she doesn't love him. She stabs him in the chest, over and over, until he dies. At night, Sarah goes to visit Irene as she hasn't been picking up her calls. Sarah tells Steven to meet her at Irene's place as she is worried. When Sarah enters the house, she sees Irene tied up and gagged. Rebecca comes out and points a gun at her, telling her that all she ever wanted was to be her friend. They get into a fight and Rebecca drops her gun. While she goes out of the room to find it, Sarah closes and locks the door with her and Irene in it. Sarah tries to escape through the fire escape. Rebecca is furious and shoots the lock to open the door. Just before she attempts to shoot Irene, Steven tackles her. While he is trying to pull Sarah back into the room, he is knocked out by Rebecca. Sarah grabs hold of the gun and points it to Rebecca. With Rebecca not believing that Sarah would shoot her, she pulls the trigger, but the gun has no ammo. She tries again and again, ending with the same result. Feeling betrayed and enraged, she attacks and chokes her. With her final breath, she whispers, "You were never my friend," and stabs Rebecca in the back. Thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe. It means a lot to us.